Okay, so this spot is going to be on the Rio Grande River, and I didn't pick a specific place on the Rio Grande River because of the anonymity of the event that I consider the most significant in the chain of events that led to the Mexican-American War. All right, so trying to use old school stuff here, got the whiteboard. In 1803, the Louisiana Purchase was happened, and this extended territory of the United States all the way to the Mexican Republic, obviously enhancing frictions over the border. This was just significant because of the fact that the border of the United States was alongside Mexico's, and this increased tensions. June 30th is the date that the first journal entry of Ethan Allen Hitchcock, Colonel Ethan Allen Hitchcock, is referenced in my other points, the Fort Jessup points. And he was writing specifically on his interpretation of American moves into Mexican territory as provocative and possibly aggressive. It wasn't long after that June 30th, 1845, that men were sent scouting up the Rio Grande River under order of General Zachary Taylor. And after they had gone missing for 11 days, Colonel Cross was discovered murdered along the Rio Grande River. This led to General Zachary Taylor sending a message to President James K. Polk that hostilities may now be considered commenced. And in my other point, the Capitol Hill, where I'm kind of trying to show the political aspects of the beginning of the Mexican-American War and maybe some of the desire for the annexation of the territories leading to the provocations of movement of troops, I thought it was relevant that that was how it was phrased. And then also that is in page 151 of A People's History of the United States. And then I have a small hand-drawn Texas here where I wanted to show a few key points. First, that the Rio Grande River, which you can see is the modern southern border of Texas along the Mexican border, is below what at the time had been traditionally considered the border between the Lone Star Republic, which was originally the name of Texas before it was given statehood in the United States and was considered that for kind of a while, was the Nueces River, which is north of the Rio Grande by a good amount. So when scouts were sent under order of General Zachary Taylor onto the Rio Grande, there was created an area of dispute, which is where the murders theoretically happened. There is no evidence that Mexican troops did kill Colonel Cross, although that's the most likely scenario. His head was smashed in by blunt force trauma, and this is what provoked the first military action from the United States against Mexico, and this would lead to the Mexican-American War that was declared in 1845. And the spots that I will have in the future will be the progression of these events. But I did want to use the Rio Grande River as a stage setter for what would come, because, again, the disputed territory of the Nueces River and the Rio Grande is a really pivotal piece of information for this to understand, because that's sort of like the crux of where this may have been a provocative action. If you ascribe to the idea that the Nueces River was the traditional border, then it was something of an invasion on the American side, which is why I also included those quotes from Allen Hitchcock's diary, and also the Secretary of War's denunciation of General Taylor's recruitment of forces from Louisiana to assist in the fight against the Mexican Republic. All right, thank you.